And locally, we indeed have high surf advisory in effect for one of those elements, for a good likelihood of seeing some pretty intense coastal erosion. I'll explain more on that in a second. First of all, I want to take a look at the overview of the tropics. Here is where Hurricane Erin is. Here's the continental U.S. But we have not one but two other areas of low pressure, and both are showing a moderate likeliness of developing into the next couple of tropical systems. So let's contend with the one that is of more immediate concern. This, of course, is Erin. Erin is currently a Category 2 hurricane, and it is currently working its way towards the north at 15 miles per hour. So that's going to be its track, and then it's going to take a hard turn towards the northeast, making its closest pass to southern New England Friday morning. And at that time, even though it'll be 400 miles away, that's when we're expecting wave heights to begin to peak associated with the nearness of that storm. So the wave heights is how this is going to be a direct impact here in southern New England, even though it's not making landfall. So as we look forward to Friday, we are finding our outer waters come way up, and of course that translates to the coast. One thing to note, we have a coastal flood advisory in effect for Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket, also a portion of the islands that border Buzzards Bay in Massachusetts. We also, again, in the dark purple, have this high surf advisory, and we are expecting waves up to 13 feet locally. And this is life-threatening swim and surf conditions. Also, again, localized beach erosion that in some sensitive places could be rather intense, taking the sand right off the beaches and bringing us to the stage that we know of as the Rocky September. But right now, as we're overlooking the city, we are finding some patchy fog in here. We also have some showers. Temperatures are in the 50s in the interior. Along the coast, we are in the 60s. And we have been tracking some wind, too, moving in from the northeast with occasionally higher gusts, primarily in coastal areas near 20 to 25 miles per hour. Excuse me. So here's what we've got. The showers are moving through associated with a very slow moving front. And this is going to occupy us for the rest of the daytime hours and as we go into tonight as well. Now, this front is going to give us showers. We're not expecting any rumbles of thunder. In the mid-Atlantic they are, but not here. Temperatures are going to be holding steady in the upper 50s to lower 60s along the coast. And that's where we're going to start tomorrow morning. We're likely going to do our chance of early shower early Thursday, and then we just go to a blend of sun and clouds that'll finish out the day. Temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer, topping out closer to 69 for most areas. And then we get into Friday. Friday, we're expecting a pretty decent day with a good amount of sunshine, starting off with temperatures that should be in the 50s and lower 60s. And by the time we get to the afternoon, a much more warmer and seasonable day with temperatures topping out in the upper 70s in the interior. So our rain chances really revolve around two things. Number one, this cold front. That's where Thursdays comes from. And once we get into Monday, we're going to bring through yet another front that will elevate our chance of picking up showers even further. With all of that said, showers and patchy fog, that's really your forecast for tonight. Temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler than we're used to. It's also going to be much cooler than average. We usually start in about the mid 60s. We're going to be about 10 degrees shy of that for tomorrow. As we go through the day, temperatures should top out well into the 60s. After that early chance of showers, otherwise look for mostly cloudy skies. Here's our extended forecast, and temperatures will be going into the 80s for Friday and Saturday. Sunday, we're going to bring in some clouds in the afternoon, and that's going to limit our heating as temps will top out likely in the upper 70s. Tiffany?
No complaints here. Thanks.